Hi everyone and welcome to the Learning Ladder. Today I'm doing a flip through of Structure and Style IEW's Program 1B. Okay, so you get the student binder with all the pages in that's required, the teacher's manual, and then in our case we purchased the DVD option. Okay, so we'll just look at the contents first. So just a bit of background, we did 1A previously. Technically speaking, we should have done 2A because that's the way they do it. It's 1A, 2A, 1B, 2B, so on. The two level 2s are a bridge between the level 1s of the previous level and the level 1s of the next level. But because my daughter has done 1A previously several years ago, but we have done 1A, and the fact that she's older now, they said it would be okay for us to do 1B provided she didn't have any issues with doing 1A, which she didn't. But they did also say that it's fine to do 2A. You don't have to rush, which I do appreciate. But we decided to go for 1B. There is a difference between the levels. They do have greater text for them to read, so reading level needs to be up there, but also the amount of writing they have to do. So for example, in this one it does start off with the similar amount of writing with the 3 paragraphs, which we did in 1A, but it does move on to 5 paragraphs, which are not in 1A. So just bear that in mind if you're thinking about skipping levels. I would say ask them directly because they're so helpful, so knowledgeable, and they were so great in their reply to me. So I would definitely contact them if you're unsure about what levels to pick. Okay, so in terms of contents, we've got Unit 1, which is note making and outlines. Unit 2, which is writing from notes. Unit 3, retelling narrative stories. Unit 4, summarizing a reference. Unit 5, writing from pictures. Unit 6, summarizing multiple references. Unit 7, inventive writing. Unit 8, formal essay models, and Unit 9, formal critique. It is week 24, but you can actually, there is a schedule in here that you can actually do it over the full school year instead, which is what we do because the videos are long. So we don't do it in 24 weeks. 1A actually we did over 2 years, but that was when she was younger. This year we will aim to do this in a year, but over the full year, not 24 weeks. But if for whatever reason we don't, because this is not our only curriculum that we use, that's fine for it to carry on longer. That's, I'm not worried about that at all. They always give you literature suggestions for each of the units, which I do appreciate. So in this case, we've got Swiss Family Robinson, The Hobbit, Just So Stories, and so on. They do actually tell you different schedule options. So a 1 day a week, 2 to 3 day a week, and 4 to 5 day a week program. Okay, so we'll do what we usually do. We'll look at a couple of different weeks throughout. So we'll always start with week 1. So in this case, we are reading a extract from, well, I assume it's non-fiction, The Blue Ringed Octopus, and a Carnivorous Plants article. So in this case, you've got 2 to start with. Again, different than 1A because you usually start with 1. Then it breaks it down. So the video in this case is 1 hour and 15 minutes long. Again, I did say the videos are long, so you just have to bear that in mind. They do split it into part 1 and part 2, so you could watch the whole of part 1. Sometimes we've stopped in the middle because that does actually take up to 41 minutes. So my daughter was younger when we started 1A, but potentially we'd still split it up now if necessary, just so that she can get the most out of it. So basically he splits it into day 1 to day 5, or what you're supposed to do each day. So he goes through everything in the video with them. In day 1 they'll go through their article, they'll read and discuss it, then they'll write the keyword outline. Then day 2 they will write the second paragraph. So the first paragraph is with the class in this case, probably because it's the first week. The second paragraph they are going to write again with the class, and they're going to retell their keyword outline, make sure it makes sense. Then they're going to write the first paragraph with the class of the Carnivorous Plants article. Day 3 they're going to finish their keyword outline for the carnivorous plants, test their keyword outline, and then day 4 and 5 they're going to retell the blue ringed octopus and the carnivorous plants from their keyword outline. They do always show you the board notes, so the things that they write on the whiteboard, into your teacher guide, which I do appreciate. And then they also do have an extract of the actual, or a copy even, of the actual article that they are reading. So this is the blue ringed octopus and then the carnivorous plants. So these look in similar length to 1A. The first week does, for sure, in case you're wondering. And then in this case, they've got this note making and outlines, a sheet model chart that is used in the videos, which they can then put into their binder. And then it just shows you about where to put everything for them to, in their binder, so you can explain it to them, and their homework tells what they have to do. Okay, so here's the student binder. They're really good quality, little pockets on the front and back. They always give you some plain paper as well. This has got all the tabs on for what they need. I haven't put anything into the tabs yet because we haven't finished our school year yet, so definitely haven't put anything in tabs yet, but it's just at the back here. You will then move it across, that is once you start your year, into the different sections. Okay, so we'll just look at the same week in the students' papers. So we've got the week 1, again, day 1 through 5 of the schedule for the blue-ringed octopus and the carnivorous plants. This is the piece for the octopus, again, similar in length to the beginning of 1A. But the difference is there are 2, and at the beginning of 1A there is only 1. So there we've got carnivorous plants. Got the note making and outline sheet, and that's it because it looks like they're not having a checklist to do for week 1. Okay, I've just scrolled ahead to week 13. So this is coconut crabs. And I did get a question actually if you could watch the teaching writing with structure and style video yourself prior to the lesson rather than doing it all in one go. And yes, and it does actually tell you at the top of in your teacher prep where to watch. So video 6 and how long the video is for. So if you want to do the course just as your child does each unit, you definitely can do. I did do it just in one. I think I did over 3 days, but you can do it per unit and it does actually really help you to tell you how to do that. Again, got the literature suggestion for Swiss Family Robinson. So in week 13, we've moved on to unit 6, which is summarising multiple references. Again, 1 hour, 17 minutes in total for the video, but it is broken down into 2 parts, 1 through 5 for our days. So in this case, we are to write source outlines for multiple references, to write a fused outline, to write a 2-paragraph report, and to learn some new vocabulary. So again, it's split up what they're going to do each day, as you can see, which I think is always really helpful. Now let's have a look at the source text. Oh, hang on, before we get to there, we've got our board notes again, and then a handout for summarising multiple references that they can put into their folder. They do have style lists now for their checklist, which we'll get to in a second. So here's source text A. So this is the coconut crab. And then source text B, again, the coconut crabs in print and on the web. And then source text C, a huge crustacean. Okay, so they're definitely longer. Now, when I was talking about checklists, if you've done IEW before, you'll understand completely what I mean. But we've got several dress-ups that they have to include. So in each paragraph, they have to include an ly adverb, a he which clause, a strong verb, a because clause, a quality adjective, and the Asia clause. They have to check for banned words that they're not supposed to use, and then make sure their mechanics are up to scratch. They tick everything off as they do it. They also have to do the topic clincher sentence, which you'll understand if you've done 1A. Okay, and the corresponding page in the student folder, so it's the same in terms of day 1 through 5, what they need to do. You've got the same handout sheet, just bigger, and the source text for A through C. And then they have their checklist. Okay, moving on to week 18, a place of your choice. Okay, so we are on inventive writing, which is unit 7. Again, the video is 1 hour, 4 minutes. We're writing a 5-paragraph composition now. So we've got all our day 1 through 5 activities over here. The reading suggestion was the hard bit in that case. Again, we've got board notes. This is on the teacher guide. Gives you some information about inventive writing. We have an example here of inventive writing. We've got our keyword outline, conclusion, and the checklist has got slightly bigger now. So we've got introduction includes attention getter, background information and states topics, bold or highlight, topic clincher. We've got our conclusion. We've got all of the same dress ups, but now we've got sentence openers as well for prepositional and ly adverb. Again, we're checking for banned words. Okay, and we'll just look at one more. I think this is week 22, maybe look at 2 more. Week 22, formal critique. Again, video is 1 hour, 13 minutes long. Got our day 1 through 5 instructions. We're writing a 5-paragraph critique. Got our vocabulary there. Again, board notes. And we've got the student page here, formal critique. So this is the source text, Rudyard Kipling, so released. Okay, so source text, sorry I keep getting interrupted. Car problems as usual. So this one is considerably longer, obviously. And then we've got facts as well. We've got thesaurus here. Helps them with their conclusion. And then this is their checklist, which has grown considerably from the beginning. Again, student pages, the same, just larger for where it's a reference for them. So you can see why it's a 5-paragraph, because this source text is considerably longer now. And their checklist. Okay, I think we'll leave it there. I think I've shown you quite a bit, but there we go. That's 1B. We've not used it yet, so this is just a flip through. I do definitely see that there's much more to it than 1A. Obviously, you would expect that. I never saw 2A, so I can't say how it compares, although I'm pretty sure that in 2A they did get to do 5 paragraphs towards the middle end. So yeah, bear that in mind if you're trying to skip, but I would just speak to them and see what they think if you're not going in their order. But other than that, that is 1B. So thanks so much for watching. Take care. See you soon.